Hey everyone, welcome back to another Armor Brigade video. Today we're talking about close air support with the helicopters, or in general just CAS. Alright, so how we get started is you accomplish this during the pre-planning phase, not during the actual game. The battle phase, the main battle phase. So the first thing we need to do is click on this air support. Here you're going to see all of your aircraft, whether they're helicopters or jets. So here we have 2 scouts and 2 gunships. So over here on the left hand side you're going to see a blue arrow for entry exit. That's just important because if it enters high and then goes low, you're just burning a lot of fuel. So let's just click anywhere and then go right here. Right, so here you're gonna have dark and light. Obviously in the dark areas it's no line of sight, you can't see. So these are for your target reference points. So let's click where it has line of sight. This is your second battle point. I'll show you how to accomplish that when the game goes on. But essentially it's just a secondary area for your helicopter to go to. So say you win this objective and there's a second objective you want to send your helicopter to, you can just do that by routing it over to that position. But we're just going to put it side by side for right now. Give it a target reference point. Same thing with this other gunship right here. Give it a target reference point. And these are all random. There's no real strategy of why we're doing it in this manner. It's just we're doing it for the video. That's all. Alright, and understand, so one thing, strategy with the helicopters is they use a tactic called the pop-up, which means that they go down to 8 meters and then they pop back up to engage the enemy. So they go up and down. They don't strafe the enemies. They just go to a stationary position, hover down to 8 meters, fly up to 50, and engage the enemy from that. One other thing to note is that the recon helicopters, they actually spot enemies on the map for you, whereas gunships do not spot enemies on the map. So here's the recon phase. We're going to ignore it for right now. So now that the battle's begun, we need to call in our air support. So the way we do that is we click on the air support tab again, and we just click here on the gunship, and we click on the green circle, or just generally on the map. And what that's going to do, it's going to say that selected gunship's moving. Same thing with the next one. Same thing with the recons. And then same thing with the other recon. So what you see here are just random times. So 2 minutes, 7 minutes, 1 minute, 5 minutes. So one gunship's going to be here in 1 minute. Our first one's going to be here in 7. And our 2 recons will be here in around 5 or 3. So you may find that a bit confusing. These numbers are randomly assigned. There's nothing we can really do to change that. It's just how it is. We're going to give our main assault force an unload reference point. So what that means is in 10 seconds they're going to begin moving and then immediately engage. And one other thing we're going to do is here in the SOPs, we're going to say, let me find it. Unload on contact, yes. So that's good. It just means if they get engaged or start taking tank rounds, they're just going to drop their units instead of losing. You're not going to lose an IFV and a platoon squad. I mean, that's potentially an anti-tank squad. So you don't really want to sacrifice those. Alright. So we're going to speed up our helicopters a little bit, or the map in general, to get this down to 30 seconds. So we can at least have it in. Alright, and here come our helicopters. Alright, so we're back at normal time. Our first set of helicopters are on their way in. These are some Apaches. Alright, let's fly them all the way up. So understand, you don't want to attack the front lines. Like, these aren't a main attack element. They're a supporting unit. So this is your main assault force. They're dropping their troops. And then they're being engaged, so they're dropping the troops. That's perfectly fine. So that means these are meant to supplement or complement an assault force. You're not just going to take this helicopter right here and push him all the way to this tank unit over here and start shooting, because you remember what I said in the beginning is they fly down, they do pop-up, they don't strafe, they fly down. So they're going to fly down to 8 meters, get shot at, and get destroyed. So now that our helicopter units are almost in position. Alright, once they're in position, you're going to watch them. They're going to engage units. Alright. These guys are engaging, looks like recon units over here on the right side. So like I said before, right? These guys aren't going to mark units, but they are going to shoot at units that they can see. So there goes like a rocket. So it's understanding different types of weapons and armament. So we can look at that over here. Right here, they're moving. If you hover over it, you can see they have anti-tank missiles, 8 of them, Gatling guns, and rockets. Alright, and so our other units slowly start to spot things. This guy's being engaged and he's leaving the battlefield. They're going to leave if they take too much damage. So this other tank, let's see if he takes out this APC. Come on, man, take it out. Alright, this guy needs to go to his second battle point. So let's do that. How we do that is we zoom out. I have a moving. It might not let me because he's... Oh, our scout's in. Right? So there he goes. He's now going to go down to a second battle point. So another thing we could do is, let's speed it up. Fly, fly, fly. There he goes. So how we did that was we went to air support where it said he was waiting. We clicked on his name and it just brings up that green circle. So now since he was taking so much fire from that position, he's going to turn. We have a recon unit taking fire. And he's going to start assaulting units again. Except from much further away and a safer position. So another thing we could do is a close air support. So let's say you're like way up in the front lines and your battle points are back here and you want to have this helicopter provide HQ close air support. So what we do is we click this guy right here. You're going to see orders and you just click on HQ CAS. So what that should do, that should route a helicopter, but I've noticed it doesn't really work that well with random HQ units. So let's see if it works. He's leaving. Let's see if he's actually leaving or if he's routing. Looks like he's leaving the map. So here's our other set of helicopters. And they're going to start engaging these units again, just with pop-up, guns, and cannons. So, there we go. Our recon units over here are just spotting. Alright, and then last thing we're going to do is we're going to do HQ CAS. Right here. Yeah. From the looks of it, it needs to be like an actual HQ unit. So if we grab this HQ unit right here, and we just said HQ CAS, they're gonna fall back. See, just like that, and here they come. It's just weird how it works like that. So even though the options on this, they're not going to route to this HQ unit unless they're designated to. See, you have a helicopter right here routing to it. So that's just one thing to note, that it's not actually going to pull up to these units. It needs to be an actual HQ unit. Alright, and then let's go over their movement one last time. Let's move these scout helicopters, right? See how it says waiting? Path. We're going to give him another path. Path. He's going to go 4 feet up to there. That's all he's going to do. And these guys are going to path all the way around. These guys fell back to provide air support for their HQ unit. Yeah, I wonder. Let's test something real quick if you don't mind. Let's go fast. This is going to be good to know. It's okay. It looks like they really only move once. Once these guys stop, we'll know. I know, like, our HQ unit's pushed all the way to the front line, right? Alright, so it's only going to fall back once to that HQ unit, from what it looks like. But we can move it to its next battle point, regardless. So it's going to move. Then we're going to try one more thing, and we're going to end the video. Because I think all this information is going to be good to know. Alright, so you can only push it to the HQ units with HQ cast. That's good to know. And you can only do it once between battle points. So, just a bit of a tip. Anyway, leave a like, subscribe, let me know what you think. If you want to see more Armored Brigade. Peace out, guys. Have a wonderful day.